Welcome back to On the Water. With me now is Matt Perkinson, and he is with the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you.
Yeah.
And he's actually here for a few different reasons. One is to talk to us a little bit about what he does for the DNR, and then teaching us how to properly release red snapper and why we want to do that. We're also, a little bit later in the show, going to talk to us about the Port Royal Sound Foundation and some of the things they have going on. And of course, the third reason is that you're an avid fisherman yourself. So
I am.
This is a lot of fun. So tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do for the DNR.
Yeah, so great to be out here. Thank you. I coordinate our fishing outreach and education programs. So part of that is we teach people to fish. Part of that is we run our game fish tagging program, our volunteer fish tagging program. But a big part of that is that we communicate science to our anglers, and we teach them things like best fishing practices so that the fish that they are releasing have the best chance of surviving and being caught again.
Right, okay. And so let's talk about that. Hopefully, we're not quite underway with our fishing yet, but hopefully we're going to catch a red snapper, but then you're going to teach us and demonstrate to us how to release it. But talk to us about that process before we get going.
Yeah, so because right now you cannot keep red snapper in federal waters, we want to make sure that those fish that we do release have the best chance of surviving and being caught again at some point. And one thing that happens with snapper and grouper species is when we catch them from great depth, the air that is in their body expands as they come to the surface.
Okay.
And that means those fish may come to the surface, they may be bloated, you may see their stomach coming out of their mouth.
Wow.
If they are released untreated, they're just going to float on the surface. They're probably not going to survive. They may be eaten by a barracuda or a shark or that sort of thing. So what we use is a device called a descending device that attaches to the fish. With weight is able to get that fish back down to the bottom. And as the fish gets back down to the bottom, all that air compresses back.
Goes back to normal.
Yep, and when that fish is released down towards the bottom, it's able to swim off and have a much better chance of survival.
That is very cool.
Yeah.
I really hope we get to see that in action.
I think we will.
And why are we not allowed to keep them? Because they've been overfished. We're trying to rebuild the
It
population.
is a rebuilding population. We're seeing a lot more red snapper on the water now, but we had a period back in 10 years ago or so where the population was at a low. It's been rebuilding for quite a while. We're still at a point right now where there's only a few seasons, or excuse me, a few days of red snapper season each year.
Okay.
And so, yeah, we are just currently not part of that open season.
Gotcha.
Hooked here
Holy cow!
was a really nice red snapper.
And say that one more time, because who hooked that?
So Betsy, what you hooked here is an incredibly large red snapper, which Matt's gonna show us all the different techniques here in just the next second or two to how to get it back down. But
right.
that's as good a fish on a tricking rig as anybody could possibly put. And this was like me just saying a second ago that we could do a report of there's no red snapper in 160 foot of water.
Well, I was happy to oblige.
We're going to take our descending device rig here with a very heavy, we got a 5-pound weight here. We've got it set to release at 100 feet. We're going to take this
Thanks,
fish,
buddy.
and we're going to use that weight to send it back down to the bottom.
All right.
And the descending device has a pressure sensitive switch, so when it hits that 100 feet, the jaws are going to open up and the fish is going to swim off. So, jaws opened up, release the fish, and hopefully it swam off and we'll survive. What's she doing?
We got color. Woo, that's a nice one. All right, let me slide by you. Beauty, just sling it right here.
Woohoo!
Just what the doctor ordered right there.